Hello. Also, Falls is correct. Tea is very healthy for you and can be really, really good for you because of the herbal benefits. But moderation. Always moderate. Nothing is good for you in excess except for water. Pretty much. Water can't. I mean, there's a point that water is bad for you. But by gosh golly, you sure hope you're not gonna hit that point. I sure fucking hope you don't. Yeah, you can 100% drown from drinking water, but like, it's really hard to hit that point. You can overdrink. Really? I would think that you should drink a ton of water when you're exercising. I do. But that's because I get thirsty. Water poisoning is real. Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like it's really difficult to get to that point. Like, you have to drink so much water. I would barf before I would drink that much water. But maybe that's just me. I can't drink that much water. I feel like every electrolyte drink that I try to drink makes me barf. I think that's just a me thing, though. Ooh. That's weird. No, Gatorade makes me barf. Every time I've ever drinking Gatorade, I barfed. But it might have been that I was so dehydrated when I drank the Gatorade that it made me barf. Or that I was gonna barf anyways. But because it happened every single time that I drank Gatorade, now my brain associates Gatorade with barfing, so I can't drink it. I can't. I gag at the smell of Gatorade. And that's really weird. But it's a fact. It's a fact of me. I don't like Gatorade. If you drink it when you're thirsty. Yeah. I just want to drink water. You drink water when you're thirsty. But also a little bit when you're not thirsty. Just a little bit. Not too much, but like a little bit when you're not thirsty. So to stave off the thirst. Because I'm kind of always thirsty. I need a lot of water, I think. I'm kind of water needy. Hello, Juan. It's Quill time. Your puzzle. Wait, no, it's not your puzzle. I get so distracted by my honey. Oh, coffee. One more month, yeah! Yeah, no. Don't. Just drink when you're thirsty. Wait. Herb. Oh, God. Is there a reason you can't sleep? Is it the heartburn? Have you tried heartburn medicine? I know. I want to roleplay Quill. But I always, like, it's always, I'm so tired when I get home from working that I don't want to go to the lobbies. It's really hard. Well, don't have any more caffeine, Storm. You need to fall asleep. Just, at this point, stop having caffeine. Turn off the lights, lay down, let yourself pass out. Or, if you have to sleep sitting up because of your heartburn, do that. But, sleep. Sleep. It's good for you. Wait. It's good for you. Go to bed. Sleep. I don't care how you do it. sleep. Tea has caffeine, but as long as it's decaf, it's good. If it's decaf, it helps. But I would suggest like a herbal, like a sleepy time tea or a chamomile tea. Chamomile tea makes me sleepy. Sleepy time, chamomile. If you're gonna have tea, I would go for those ones. Because there are, even if there's no caffeine in it, there are definitely teas, like herbal teas, that will wake you up anyways. Just because of what's in them. I'm not saying like force yourself to sleep, because you can't do that. Chamomile makes you sick. Weird. You have upsetty tummy is what I'm hearing. You have tummy that get upsetty. Which is a mood. My tummy was very upsetty today. Just like, don't have any caffeine. Don't excite your brain. Try to relax and go sleep. I don't know if you like ASMR. I like that. That helps me sleep. Because I need noise to get me sleepy. Makes me feel better. I like chamomile tea in some senses. I don't like chamomile tea from the grocery store. But I like a good chamomile tea. A good chamomile tea. I'm kind of a tea person, though. Kind of a big tea person. And coffee. And hot drinks. Cocoa. I like all of them. But I'm like... yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's best to like sit when you have heartburn and try to sleep. I'll sit on my couch over there. Over there. It's over there right now. It's over there. I'll sleep on my couch. Because it's like a lounge couch. Just make sure you elevate your feet. If you're going to sleep in a desk chair. Elevate your feet. Put something behind your back so you're comfy. Like a folded blanket or a pillow. So you're supporting your back better. Sometimes it's diet. With that kind of stuff. You might have an upsetty tummy. There's just some people with really sensitive tummies. Okay, there was a thing. I'm gonna find it. Okay, Quill voice. I have to talk. I have to be soft-spoken and, kind of, it's not stuttery, but his sentence structure isn't perfect. It's different than Calliope, because Calliope is very nervous. Quill's pretty calm. He takes a long time to think about his words. So, got it. It takes me a little bit with his voice. Please just take care of yourself. There you go, Dark Wolf. Because I feel like the last couple of times I've roleplayed Quill, I haven't done his voice justice. Because I make it too nervous. When it really shouldn't be that nervous. There is nervousness to it. But it's not like... He used to have a very relaxing voice. I feel like he hasn't the last couple of times. Oh my god, it worked.
Oh shit, hi! Any weapons, items, or consumables?
No.
Have you been here before?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put the bracelet on. Step forward. There you go. Get in there.
Thank you.
Have fun. Cause some trouble. But not that.
Hi.
I saw you on Aegis the other day. I hope you're doing well.
I don't think I've...
At Aegis on the station?
I haven't
Oh, wait.
been at the station. I think you maybe
Stormy,
saw
I
a different person.
yeah.
Okay.
I just had a mental meltdown right
It's
now.
okay.
I'm gonna go hit my head against the
I've been told I remind people of other people. I just have that face.
I feel like I've seen you somewhere, though. I don't know where.
I think I've seen you at the onsen before.
That's it. That's where I've seen you. That's probably why I got confused.
It's
Oh.
okay. I've started to
I
get confused more lately too.
That seems to be a trend with me as well. I've been having mental issues of remembering just simple words.
I don't remember things as easily as I used to. It used to be like all of my knowledge was all there all the time, but now I have to really think about it.
Yeah, I used to be the same. I used to be able to just remember things perfectly well. Nowadays, be speaking, I go to say a word, and the word just decides to leave me right as I'm about to say it. I'm just
Yeah.
like, why do you do this, brain? Why?
Been trying like puzzles and things. See if I can make it better. It's not really helping, but I'm trying. That's what's important.
You're trying.
Might help
Hopefully
eventually.
it'll help in the long run.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think I'm giving it too much, like, my expectations up here, but it really should be like here.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to be trying, so.
At least they're fun.
I was just about to say, if anything, as long as you're having fun doing it, then.
I like jigsaw puzzles now. Those are new.
New hobby? Puzzles are a good hobby.
I didn't know they existed until now.
Have you
Quite literally.
seen some puzzles? They're like rope puzzles where you have to kind of like untie ropes.
Yes, I know.
There's a ring in them.
I know those. Those are the puzzles I'm used to, but I didn't know about jigsaw puzzles until now.
So that sounds familiar, but once again,
It's the
my brain is
ones-
currently having a meltdown.
It's the ones where you put the pieces together and they make a picture.
Okay.
They're called jigsaw puzzles.
Okay, yeah.
They're made with a jigsaw, but not always anymore. Cause now they're like a stamp thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty fun because when you finish it, you can always frame it if it's a really nice picture.
Or take it apart and put it back together again.
It works to see if you can't do it faster the next time.
Yeah.
The confusing
like-
people is going well so far.
Okay, well, I won't hold up the front.
Yeah, I'll stop distracting. You have a lovely evening.
It's more I don't want to distract you. I'm not working or doing anything important. Ooh, I like this
They
one.
went to the exact same time. What the fuck?
Palindromes? What are palindromes? Oh.
I'm here enough.
Stop saying so many words. I don't. I have to think. Oh, there's not many people here today. Why is it so light today? It's very light today. It's very light today. Oh, that's true. I guess ending did happen today. But it's still like, it's a Friday night. Where is everybody? Wait, what? Habidi-bidi-wa-wee-wa?
What's wrong with 7 real?
Yeah, I know there's also an event happening today, and I think Gang RP is happening today. But it's still like, having come to PL for so long, it's always really weird
On the removal of his happiness.
to see not full lobby. I haven't gone to PL so long that I've been here for many of the we have 80 people lobbies. Why is Everest a baby? Why did Everest get babyfied? Why you baby? There's Lila on Fridays a few times. Then immediately open the restaurant. Main area close out. I mean, I can go check, but I don't think they have enough staff to do the restaurant today. And I've seen a lot of the staff that I know is here just walking around. I'll go check. So
I don't know. I feel like
I don't tend to talk about this kind of stuff on this channel. I don't tend to talk about it in general. But I'm not gonna celebrate 4th of July this year. I am kind of forgetting that 4th of July exists. I know that, like, obviously, it's still happening, but I'm not celebrating it this year. If you know, you know, and you should know. Dear God, I hope you know. I hope you would be aware of why.
I'm just literally a girl.
Day after my birthday, yeah. I am very not proud to be. I'm very scared. I'm very scared to be an American. No, you didn't come in a bad time. It's always a good time here. It's always a good time here. We are talking about a more heavy topic, but I'm trying to, like, not say too much. Like, I'm trying to not direct it in any particular way because I don't want, obviously don't want anybody to get bad feely vibes and get stressed out because the topic makes me very stressed out. But it's also important, a very unfortunate thing. At least Canada's not as bad as America right now. You know, you could be worse. You could have hit a worse spot.
I've only been practicing with sword, axe, and shield, and gun. I cast gun a lot.
There's a worse spot to be. At the very least, we're making all of the other countries look really good right now.
And the fact that we've gotten hit with bullets a lot, we're not really interested.
Real good. And right about now, Canada looking pretty good. It's looking pretty alright. I mean, obviously, it's got problems. Everywhere's got problems. But it's looking pretty good right now. Yeah.
Actually, well, one of my employers, they use a Glock 17 as a sidearm. Sounds like Glock, whatever a Glock is.
There are also issues with Canada's healthcare system. Just like there are issues in ours. I feel like it would be really cool if we had like a mixture of the two. Like if you could have kind of like schools, if you could have like public government funded hospitals as well as privatized hospitals. Because the biggest problem from what I know is that there's just not enough doctors, and the healthcare system in Canada is very, you have to wait even in the emergency room for a very long time. No, you can never satisfy everybody.
Try focusing like a little circle of silence around you. Just use the music to absorb all the sound. Albeit you won't be able to hear anything.
Yeah, at least you're not gonna be
I haven't figured out how to switch the sound away.
in debt from one ambulance ride in Canada. Honestly, I would fucking fight off a paramedic. Don't take me in the ambulance. I'll drive myself with a broken leg. I don't. If it was the Onion, it's a joke. The Onion is always sarcastic.
Most of mine's not really incantation based. It's more just
But it has happened. Yeah. Oh.
One thing I used to do was just Nefeshi, I could do things like this, you know. I would just blow my eardrums out and practice.
That sounds a bit terrifying, actually.
It is at first, you get used to it. Oh, that's it was. But it was a lot better than being stuck. I'll tell you that much.
Was that before or after all this, though? Is it easier to regenerate after that?
This helps.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Hi, tape recorder, guys.
On top of that, I have a couple of geeks in my company.
Bye.
You kind of learn to communicate whenever
What is this? I think I know it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it'd be those two. Casey and Galaxy are fucking wild. They're great. You couldn't afford your ambulance. That's great. It's a spot. Oh my god, he's like, they're like, it's spooky. They're spooky, but it's really good. Oh, I guess they must have finished the mission. Because there's a curry here, and he was on the mission. I had brisket tacos and empanadas. I love empanadas. Ooh, tuna salad. Double bacon and tiny tacos. Fuck yeah. Oh, I love Jack in the Box.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Mr. Quill. It's been a while. Good to see you.
It has. Sorry, I felt like if I talked, you probably wouldn't hear me from that far away.
Oh, right. The distance is a bit. The acoustics are very good here, but not everywhere.
Yeah.
I just have a, despite my size, very small voice.
That's understandable.
I'm good.
Have you been doing well? That's good. We hadn't seen. Have you been able to come around the shore? We didn't quite know. We thought we might have seen you once, but you were busy talking. But...
I've come around once or twice, but I haven't actually gotten to come around very much.
Oh, I see. We know everybody's been busy.
I started helping Sachi out with the wasteland, and I've just been really busy.
Oh, Well, it is a very big place, and we know how much work they're putting into it, so that's amazing. We look forward to seeing the results. We've seen at least a little bit. We helped once.
He offered me to remake my tavern there, and I've been trying to work on it.
Huh? Oh, we hope you're able to soon. We'd love to see that.
I've just been trying
Always have
mostly
another
to
good place to go.
kind of find and remake a lot of my my old recipes. I lost a lot of them.
I just thought there was cat videos.
Oh, your teas?
There's all of it.
Oh. You should talk to Miss Camille sometime. She probably has some various ingredients that might bring up some memories.
I feel like I could get lost there for hours and hours and hours.
The things I used to make were a little more complex. They had a lot of rarer ingredients, local to where I lived.
Oh. That sounds like a quest, honestly. Sounds like something the shore would go do eventually. Being able to find herbs and spices and things like that.
Hello.
I could maybe ask them to help out, maybe.
How you doing?
I am bad, but I am alive.
You're looking to help with that sometime? We need more quests like that, really. Fighting is well and good and protecting people, but sometimes people just need a pick-me-up.
This will make me cry.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind help. So maybe I'll ask Rayesh.
But I thank you.
Of course.
You know, maybe Jason might just.
It's
a
little baby bit less safe for me to go to there anymore.
We don't know if you actually learned. Where is...
So yeah.
I used to live in a fey forest.
Sneak
it was named the Whispering Woods.
Oh!
Like you were not here last night, though.
We see.
I lived there almost
Vaguely heard some...
almost my entire life.
Yeah,
it was where my tavern was, and it's where eventually Pathfinders was made. Unfortunately, portal opened up in our lake, and eventually that exploded, and things are a little bit less pleasant there now.
My best friends
Nature's
are
upset.
still alive. They walk around not themselves.
It's very sad to hear.
We've at least smoothed things
Spent
over.
a lot of time in the
with
Feywild,
Feywild,
so...
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's good.
Then he chose to give up his heart and all of his emotions without telling
It's thankfully not fully in
You
the
haven't gone to
Feywild.
Feywild's proper in a while?
Just a connecting point.
Oh.
At least from what I can tell.
Oh, so near Crossroads Guardian. Oh, hopefully they're alright. Gee, that's the first one who has to deal with all that stuff when there's explosions.
I don't think that... I still have no idea where the real connecting point is. It's a very big forest.
What about someone who can't feel?
But it happened deeper in, so...
If you could once feel.
I think it mostly just made upset in the local Fae. Hopefully nothing sparring over into the big one.
I certainly hope so. That could be a... what's the word in this realm? Kerfuffle?
That's
No, I guess the explosion is a kerfuffle in and of itself.
And I'm saying right now, fire from
It always ends up with explosions, doesn't it?
Somehow. We were working really hard on trying to resolve that whole problem. Sadly didn't work out very well.
Hope you were better.
I was at the.
You all tried, though. That's better than most would do.
Since I last experienced emotion.
It's sad when a story ends that way, but that just means new stories begin, right? And then people work on filling in the missing pages. as best they can.
I tried not to think of it so much as an
I've
end.
been alive for a long time, so you know how life can be. Kind of just
New beginnings.
get used to it all, and then it really bothers you.
As it should be.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I've met up with a bunch of Pathfinders since then.
I think.
It seems like most of them have taken to it.
Is this a long time? You see 19, 21.
Well, that's good. I guess we heard Mr. Tank used to be.
Yes.
It is a full night, but a quiet night.
We're pretty sure we've met some others, but we can't exactly remember. It's been a long time.
If you've met Lynn, she was one of them as well.
Oh, right, Miss Lynn, we've heard about a little bit about that.
I've also
Maybe Miss Camille?
They die quickly.
Yeah,
yes.
not many can live as
if it's the
long
Camille
as
I'm thinking of.
we would like them to, so.
She apparently used to be a zombie.
At some point.
Yes.
She's a hoodoo witch.
Yes, that is.
She's our employer at the Lang Fork.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, people do die.
She and Miss Evanak run it. She hasn't been able to be around. She's been very busy in her work, but we get to see her when we can.
It's kind of neat that I've gone to so many places, and I keep finding them just sparsed out in places.
That come with it, and those that take on those jobs for professionals.
That's a great thing about adventurers. They keep going everywhere, and you can run across them whenever you want.
That is the path they chose. What they chose for themselves.
I'm currently staying with one of my
More
family
just past a lot of these ones are forced into.
Alright, I'll let you go.
Really? Oh, that's nice.
There's not much option.
I had to somewhat move out
Sometimes
of the
that's the way
dorms.
it is
I'm still
for
coming
many.
in every once in a while when I
Just another
don't
one-
feel like
Catch you later.
It's one of the many
when I
lives.
need a little bit of nature because I start to get sad when I am not around nature for long enough.
We absolutely understand that. We have a garden just for that reason.
But I've kind of been keeping them with me in the tavern at the wastelands.
Oh.
His
Well, that's
name
good.
is
You're not
X.
alone, and you get to have nature, and eventually you can have another piece of home again.
Well, what have you been up to?
We certainly hope it all works out, and sooner rather than later.
I think it's starting to.
Good.
How have you been?
We've been trying to work on things for Bardic Circle, too. All right, otherwise. We had a bit of a incident a couple weeks ago that... we were asleep for about a week. We apparently became Swiss cheese. It was a whole thing, but we're doing much better. We've gone through our breathing exercises, we got healed.
I'm glad. I
I
don't
we have
entirely
been learning bow and arrow now.
I don't entirely know how I would react to becoming Swiss cheese. I got one bad bite and I passed out.
Gran told
So.
me last week that I should marry
Oh.
him, and he's been a long time.
Yeah, we've dealt with bullets enough, even though we really would rather not. But sometimes, well, it made us realize something at least, that we are very bad without our magic. And when we're without it, we're kind of useless, so that's why we've been picking up the bow and arrow. We hoped we might have something mundane just in case we can still defend ourselves.
That's probably a good idea. I've tried learning a little bit.
We don't know how well it would do against the mechs, but
But if I'm entirely honest, if I was ever in a situation where there was where either my magic was taken away or there was no connection to mana, I probably wouldn't do very well in general.
We all did see those.
That's
yeah, it's been more often than not recently. But we don't want to force, well, we know everyone around us is supposed to protect us, but usually we heal them to protect them. So it feels lopsided not being able to help. Mr. Ryesh has especially helped out us a lot. But when we can't use our magic, we can't do anything for him, so
I
hopefully we can at least learn a little bit.
I have a big problem with that.
He's a
That's
very
why
good
I'm
lawyer.
trying to learn how to adventure. I've only actually ever been
Murdered his own family
seriously
in cold
injured
blood,
maybe
then
3
fed it to
times.
people, which I think I might have ate one of them.
I know.
Wow. That's good. Luckily,
So,
we could say the same for the most part, as far as we can
Well,
tell. Seriously.
Interested in the cave.
When I say seriously, I mean,
And
like
quite
this.
frankly, the way things have played out,
That's serious for me.
Oh.
fool me once.
Oh.
He is a
Scars.
I'm
Brandon
not
does not
very,
but
I've been very
I
sheltered.
would never do something like
And
that. I don't know.
Mm.
I used to be a construct made of paper, so
You would do it if you were forced.
getting hurt wasn't really an
Oh.
option before.
Oh yeah, of course, because the witch temple.
Right.
But I wasn't forced.
There
I
is
have
no
to do
love.
It takes some getting used to, especially with adventuring. I know at least I'm more of a wimp than my sister when it comes to that sort of thing. She's more used to it than I am, but it's something
But you are still a useful
you
tool
learn to avoid as
and
best you can
valuable
through
and
adventuring,
something
and
that
then
can be used
you
again.
learn to sort of accept after a bit. That's luckily not serious,
That
though.
is good for you.
You know, scars aren't very pretty.
I
May I be a
I got it for a kind of dumb reason.
Is that what all soldiers are?
Hmm.
Despite the
Dumb?
fact that I don't know how to fight at all, and I've never actually been injured before that point.
I will not. But
I
thank you.
put my arm up to protect someone.
Whatever.
I am realistic.
That's not a dumb reason. That's a noble one.
They all say
It
that.
feels
You tried to
somewhat
help,
dumb
that's-
considering
This is
It
the 6th time.
took
It is
a
clear that
lot
I am the one that is
to fix it,
stupid.
and I felt like kind of a wimp.
Mm.
I trusted the wrong
But
people.
at least they didn't get bit.
We wouldn't call you a wimp. If they didn't get hurt, then you did your job properly. You protected somebody. There's nothing to feel upset or guilty about that for.
For example, whenever I lost you in one of
I guess
It's certainly
just-
not dumb.
and thought you were gone for quite a bit.
I was told that it was dumb mostly because they could probably have handled it better than I did.
Sometimes I wonder if
I at least don't
Mhm.
regret it.
removing those emotions just was
That's what counts. They can be upset all they want. They can
Cowards can't handle their emotions.
say I could handle it, but in that moment they didn't know for sure, and neither did you. So you made a choice, and you followed through. And that's admirable.
This happened on
Thank
a
you.
sour note, Gary, for myself. Usually I
I just
It's always
hope
the best option to help your friends.
whatever I do for
But they can't
my
be it,
first
so-
and then eventual more quests at the Misty Shore, I don't
The brother that I knew was dead.
mess up or become a burden.
We can tell you you're not the only one who tends to have those feelings when they first get started. Even we, when we started adventuring, we were really into it. We were really excited because that's always been our dream, but even we were worried we'd mess up. And we have, occasionally. And it's unfortunate, but in the end, it's another story to add to your collection and something that you can learn from. And that other people can help teach you and you can help teach them. So in the end, there really isn't anything to worry about there. And everyone watches each other's backs. That's the whole part of adventuring, so you don't have to worry. We all make up for each other's, what we lack.
I know what I do is atrocious. I've come to the conclusion I'd become a war dog.
I just
And if we can, we'll very much look forward to supporting you.
I just get a little nervous, I guess.
But either way,
And that's understandable.
we can't change it. Yeah.
But that's what makes it exciting eventually, right? The unknown?
For your loss, I'm sorry for
It
everybody.
does in general.
It would not
I've
have been so bad if
dreamed
everyone did not
about
spend weeks
adventuring
telling me
almost
we
my
should be
entire
together.
life. It's why I made an adventuring guild,
And then I
even
blanket
though
it
I'd
was
never
ripped
actually
away.
adventured.
And that's incredible to us. It's always been our dream to be legendary heroes, adventuring together.
I was
Be
not
part of the stories that other bards might tell. Because that's how the story never dies.
I
As
used
long
to
as people
have,
tell it.
as many times as I could, a bard night
Oh,
at my tavern.
I will not be making this mistake again.
Oh, please tell us you do that again. We'd love to be there.
I might try and see if I can restore some of my old journals. I kept a lot of their songs and stories. I wrote them down.
Oh, that would be amazing.
If
And
I
if you can be
do,
of any help, please let us know.
if I do, I'll copy it down for you.
Thank you. We very much appreciate that.
Of all the adventures, I've always admired bards.
You know what I don't understand?
It's been nothing shy of amazing so far. We're glad our teacher found us.
I think I understand them. Something odd
I wish I
comes
could.
and hits me in the side of the head.
I feel like I'm too musically
like a
challenged.
rat flying at Mach
Or
5.
just too embarrassed.
It doesn't have to be music. We've met plenty of storyteller bards. Artists,
Will you come with me?
poets, dancers. We've actually met a dancing bard.
I've met quite a few as well myself. Though, sadly, I couldn't really keep a record of dancing bards. It's too difficult to translate that into writing. I did try once, but it just got jumbled and confused.
We suppose that would be more art.
Mm.
Little illustrations.
I can still...
But why not storytelling? Or really lore. Lore bards are a thing, at least in our realm. Keepers of knowledge.
I am at least a keeper of knowledge in one way.
So there's still a chance.
Just not sure if I'd be able to perform it. I am very nervous around people. I'm very comfortable right now because
You
I'm
would not be
behind
the
a
first performer we've
bar,
met like that.
and that's about my comfort zone is behind some sort of bar or counter.
Your comfort zone is yay high.
Yes.
Understood. So all we have to do is get you a podium, and then perfect. You have your focus.
Maybe I could learn to summon.
That's really all it takes. Easy enough to find. We have a few at the shore. We're sure Mr. Akano wouldn't mind.
Maybe I'll try small storytelling.
That's how everyone starts. And you just work up the confidence. And sometimes, what did we hear about? Fake it till you make it.
I have almost all of the stories I've ever heard just tucked away.
That's incredible. I wish we were able to do that. We actually know someone else who's done that too, or at least tried.
I almost
Still working on it, probably, we hope.
I almost can't help it. The one thing that's lasted from me being a construct is a book. I can't really get rid of it. It's everything that I experience and feel and think goes into it. So I can eventually draw that back out. And if I'm creative
That's an
enough,
incredible
I can,
thing.
I one time managed to make a story like a pop-up book. I can try and manipulate it somehow. I've never been able to recreate sound, though.
Hello?
Sorry, my sister is very excited. She definitely wants to see something like that.
Maybe I can show you sometime.
We love that.
I still don't really understand how it works fully.
Well, given you spent a lot of time in a Fey forest, we found that the easiest way to explain anything to anyone is Fey magic. Generally with a little bit of illusion, but we can't do that here.
Some kind of magic, at least. I'm very magically oriented.
As Mr. Rice would say, magic is bullshit. But it's very useful and amazing bullshit. And sometimes a mystery is good too.
Mysteries are very helpful in some ways. I wouldn't...
And give people something to strive for.
I wouldn't be literally what I am without a little mystery. It was mystery that drew me out and made me eventually seek out answers, and then now I'm a flesh boy, which is still weird. It's been 10 years and it's still weird.
We just heard someone calling someone a real boy. We don't even remember what it was about, but that seems to happen a lot. But those are the good mysteries.
I don't even...
The ones that lead people to adventure.
I don't even entirely know if I'm a real or not. I'm still kind of confused.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you be?
I have all of the... I breathe like a human. I eat like a human. But my marks are still there. And I bleed mana. I cry mana.
You're not the only person we know who has mana blood. They're certainly real.
I can't remember his name, but I think I met him. Blue hair.
Higgs?
Yes.
That's right.
It's
not the only one either.
Nice to meet other people.
I can tell you, there's a difference between human and real. You might not be exactly human, but that doesn't make you any less real. You think you have emotions, you're worried about things, you're excited about things. You're looking to continue your stories as best you can. We don't think there's anything more real than that.
I guess it's... Maybe I'm just more shocked by it. Before, I thought everything I felt was artificial. Because I didn't think I had a soul. But now I find out I do. So... it's a little weird, I guess.
That's another strange thing. We've even met real people without souls that are more real than some people that have one. So it's all subjective. What counts is the experiences.
It's all strange. It took a while to... There was a long period of time I didn't really consider myself a person. Mostly because I was just told I wasn't. Now I do, and I've always thought of other constructs as people, but it's still taking time for me to think of myself as one.
Just spending so much time not really understanding that, it's completely understandable. It just takes a little bit of confidence again. Like with anything else, like with the barding, like with adventuring. All it takes is having enough experience to realize that everyone else is just as confused about you as confused as you on a lot of subjects.
I just have...
That's what makes us all real.
Getting experience now.
That's the best.
Sometimes weirder experience. Mostly when I come here.
Considering we heard something about Mr. Elric trying to gaslight someone earlier by becoming a kitsune, we understand what you mean entirely. We're still learning things.
Yeah, I did that earlier, yeah.
It was awful.
Yes, you did. No. Oh, are you alright? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
You didn't hit your head, did you? We do worry about them sometimes, though.
That man is a every time I've seen him.
Luckily,
Have a good time
he tends to bounce back more so than most. Pretty quickly.
It's always those ones. There's always one person that does the strangest things, but they just seem to bounce back every time.
All of those people gather here. It's not just the one person. They all just tend to gather here.
There's tons of them here.
It's almost like a contest.
It almost makes me
It's definitely the fuck around and find out contest.
I've
That's what
seen
became a
them
motto
do
for the
some
shore.
things that I was just how I don't know how anyone could do it.
One of those mysteries, one after the other. New things to figure out. How can they do this? Why did they do it? That's the hardest one.
No, that one's actually fairly simple most of the time. Because they could.
That's true.
But not if they should. They don't understand that part.
We've definitely heard that's called the scientific method in this realm. It's about can you, not should you. That's also fucking around and finding out, apparently.
Bye, Flo. I'm going home.
Have a good night, Mr. Poi.
Be safe.
The strange, wide world, and there's never a dull moment. Or at least there's never a moment that you can't be learning something. That's what we've found out here.
Yeah. Especially here. I guess at the shore, too. I've seen a couple of strange things there.
Well, all those same people tend to be here. Good night, Waffles. Safe trip home. See? Waffles is actually an apprentice to Mr. Dan at the shore, for medical. So everyone's learning something. It's all cross-pollination.
It definitely seems like people know you. Though, that kind of makes sense.
We're supposed to be really bad bards if, people didn't. Though, we're still getting used to that, too. Or at least I am. My sister's way better with, being in the spotlight.
I don't think I've met her yet.
Oh? Hopefully soon.
I will
Well,
maybe.
it'd be easier if we didn't have the bracelet.
Hopefully, maybe when I tell the story, if she's that interested.
Absolutely, though at the same time, we're both here. Though her reaction would be way better, probably. She also says she's excited again.
I'm sure both of your reactions would be plenty.
Luckily, that's not too hard. At least, when we don't have the relic to deal with.
It's nice to know, though.
Really appreciate it.
I was going to ask. if you can both see and hear at the same time.
That's luckily something. We don't exactly know how it works, but we're never really alone, so that's all that matters to us.
I can imagine.
And we'll never be separated again. That's all we wanted.
Well then, I haven't officially met her. Technically I have then.
She says she looks forward to a proper introduction. Though given how late it is, that might be sooner rather than later if we get kicked out.
It is getting to that point. Especially seeing that there's, I think, a little more staff than people. There's a lot of staff, too. And not that many patrons.
We heard that a lot of people were watching the soaps.
Oh, yeah. I'm just
Then
now
there was a
starting
mission
to...
today, so we heard.
I'm just now starting to learn about television.
That blew our mind when we first learned about that. We're used to just illusions. That and the math rock. Those two... amazing.
I am fascinated and also heavily confused by pretty much all technology.
Take care, Ebony.
Up.
I'm heading off. Take
Good
care.
night. Alright, good night, Miss Patty. Alright. Technology is still weird to us, too. Even though it's very useful. Every time we hear something new about a synth, we can't really keep it in our head. It kind of... in one ear, out the other, unfortunately.
I think...
we can mend, though. That's at least help.
I think my friend Leaf has taught me how to use a phone at least 5 to 10 times. Somewhere around there. I still have trouble with it. Mostly because I have really big hands and then I get confused.
Apparently, for people that don't really know technology that well, like the really difficult, we've heard that something called a Nokia brick is good for that. And it also works as a weapon. They give that to Mr. Yars.
I think I have heard of that before. A cat I knew used to have that.
We wonder if Mr. Yars still has his. Though we're pretty sure if he doesn't, he just threw it away. It still exists somewhere. Very hardy.
From what I understand, it's like a relic. An unbreakable object.
It is.
You
Oh, we
see
didn't want
Dave.
Oh, no, we're not going to think about that. That was... strange things happened at the shore earlier, too. Mr. Hero asked us questions that we don't really want to know the answer to. One of those mysteries that should remain a mystery.
I see.
Involving an unstoppable force and an immovable object. We wonder if anyone's ever cast Shillelagh on a Nokia brick.
I hope
We know someone who's cast it on a guitar.
I hope someone has. Genuinely. I think it would be neat.
Oh, we actually heard someone actually did it on a breadstick once.
I don't doubt that one, actually. I've seen it
So
cast
shall I
on
make
a
the breadstick
couple
sounds
of
like a
funny
euphemism instead, something our teacher would like.
I once knew a elf that he would, instead of using any weapons, he would always use a leaf. Sometimes longer ones, pieces of grass, and he would cast shillelagh on it. I don't know why.
That sounds amazing, and we want to learn that.
I don't know why he used that specifically, but it was neat.
Maybe it's because he got very annoyed by the grass yelling to step on it. We heard about that from Miss Rhea, that apparently grass is very loud and all it usually says is step on me. They're apparently masochists.
I've heard multiple different rumors about grass in general. In some cases, that grass is very, very angry because of people stepping on them. And in the other adverse case of some grass really wanting to be stepped on. I have heard.
Is that one of those natural selection things?
Maybe. I have heard at least that a lot of the angrier grass are very big rumor spreaders. At least in the Fey world.
Oh. Gossip grass. We have heard of some gossip grass. We could just never talk to it ourselves. Our teacher would talk about it all the time.
I wish
Barbarian grass.
I've always tried very hard to have a connection with the Fae and with spirits, but I've never really had one. I at least have good relations.
That's all a lot of us can ask for, generally. But we like to try that too. We've at least figured out animals. We can speak with animals and talk to them, but plants are next on the list. We think they'd have a lot of great stories, especially the older trees.
That's a spell I'd like to learn. Though there's a lot of spells I'd like to learn, so that's not...
Same!
I've managed to learn a couple so far. I can start to grasp them relatively quickly, but actually making them work takes a little longer.
It usually does.
No teacher.
There's a lot of experimentation to do. You don't have a teacher. We at least know there are a few people who like to do that.
All customers. The time now is 3:20. We have 5 minutes left of the Purple Lotus lobby. When you're done with your conversations, please go to the front and get escorted out. Thank you very much for joining today. See you next time.
Get escorted out.
I guess it's that time.
Seems like we did something wrong. That's true.
Where are you headed next?
Honestly, if you're looking for magic teachers, there's plenty around. We're probably going to go home to the shore. That's where we live at the moment. Their arms are still kind of noodles from the bow and arrow.
Understandable.
Luckily, the piano, learning piano has helped a lot with that. That's the most we can get for being swole. Oh, no. That was not. Flux, what are you doing? That was weird.
All the fluxy things it decides.
That just means they're kicking us out. Even the Flux is like, get out.
Well, I might see you there. I'm probably headed that way too.
Oh, perfect. If you're headed that way, we can just walk together. It's safer that way, right?
Probably true, considering.
Sounds good.
I will follow you then.
All right.
I'm kind of at a point currently where I'm very reliant on other people for travel. I don't know any teleportation spells, and all I can really
neither
do
do
is
we.
walk.
All we really have is the scout pin. That's helped us out, and Mr. Silver and Mr. Rogue with their riffs.
I've had Lynn help me a couple of times, and I learned about an app she tried to show me.
Oh. We're gonna try to learn teleportation circle eventually, but it's not really, to be honest.
Oh my god.
I can get one.
Hey, Quill. How's it
Hi,
going?
Mr. Roderick. Thank you.
There you go.
Have a good night, Mr. Adrian.
Night night. See you later. Good night.
Okay, let's get the actual loot now.
Not the phantom loop.
Okay. Exactly. A strange flux loop.
Come on.
There we go. Much better.
I just asked to leave my face, that's all it is. Well, I mean, I got a recording of the exact fucking...
Down.
Play it right now, play it right now, play it right now.
Shall we? Also, hi! I'm Flo!
Nice to meet you officially.
Nice to meet you officially too, Mr. Quill!
Huh.
Now we just gotta stay out of the way of people doing weird things out in... outside.
Try our best.
I am... Good question. Having issues with Flux right now.
No guarantees, though.
Never.
They are...
People get up to all the shenanigans.
Constantly.
Try your best.
I've seen some pretty crazy stuff when I've
Yeah.
worked here.
Let's go ahead, head out before that
Mhm.
happens. I'm like to the.
It's one of those weird things where, like, so much weird stuff has happened, you can't think of anything in particular.
Yeah.
It all just
Pretty
kind of
much.
blends together.
It all just blends together into one big soup of weird. Strange soup.
So what you just saw is what happens to my character after he slept in about 3 days.
One big soup of weird.
One big soup of weird. It's a weird
Fucking love
stew.
Quill.
He's a good boy. He tries very hard.
Very good boy.
About 3 days, he'll just pass out anyway.
Your character hasn't slept in 3 days? Yeah. Why not?
So glad I got to see him around.
I mean, he wanders around.
I haven't been able to come into any of the
The
lobbies.
also really wanted to see Cord because they were actually starting to learn the weapon.
It doesn't register it as open hand.
He doesn't have many
I need to get on his cord too.
When you put
He...
I might at some point have Cord come by the Misty Shore and try to help.
He's woken up with freaking rats gnawing on his
I'll just have to set up an avatar that's a little more
Yeah.
lenient, that has my bow.
Yeah.
Because my current one is spicy. It has so much stuff on
Yeah, I
it.
feel that too.
I need to set up
Yeah, even my
a
like partial, even just my bow and arrow one is beyond, because the bow and arrow just takes up way too much shit. Luckily, like you can still use those just during certain aspects and then have the backup.
Yeah, I just want to set
Like
up one that's
Quill style backup.
a little lighter.
Yeah, a little,
Just a little lighter. Take off the particles, you know, all that stuff. Don't forget. Oh yeah, I also need to take my hand off.
3 days in, they finally.
And I also need to get a hand. Because, you know, Court's kind of in a situation right now.
Yeah.
Can't really
that'd be
fire.
difficult to teach.
Cord walks in. All right, I'm gonna teach you how to fire a bow. So first you gotta pick up your bow with your
her teeth. Down the one side, and just like
with your hand. With your hand, not my hand.
Exhausted myself, and I feel like
it's a group effort.
Can't hold me.
Like, give me a crossbow.
She could still probably teach somewhat. It would just not be. She couldn't give it any demonstration.
Yeah, that'd be the hardest part.
Yeah.
It's very hard, like, weapon. Just be like, with a nub, just move your hand that way, or just like, oh, tighter, bring it up here.
Do
nub is not
like,
one of those like teachers.
Yeah.
Baton.
This is my pointing hand. That's a fair point. I don't know if Cord knows mage hands. I'll roll for that one. Cord knows some magic. She just doesn't know all of it. I'll have to roll.
Get into one of Ryash's mage hand lessons.
But do we still have that right? Yeah.
They've been trying to learn that. They can't learn it yet. Even with like a wooden hand, is it focus? It's just not their thing. That's what team servants are for.
Where are your fingers? I always like how big Quill's hands are compared to everyone else. He's got big hands.
Big. Oh my god. There's like three flow hands.
Quill's ring could possibly be used as a bracelet. It was just a little bigger.
A little bit.
It's this close.
It could probably be like, I mean, it'd be a bracelet, definitely, like a really wide bracelet on like Nitsu.
I still need to add, I wanted to add like an emission thing to it, to have it like light up, because it's supposed to be the communication ring.
Oh.
I just made one from scratch really quick. Because I didn't know if there was an asset.
Yeah, we got. There is one actually.
Oh.
It's not as pretty as that one though. Yeah.
I think it looks nice.
This is the staff version. The regular one doesn't have the circle, the white circle.
Yeah, I didn't.
Cotton made it.
I didn't know where one was, so I just made one. I've made almost everything. I've made almost everything on Quill, with the exception of I didn't mate his braid, and I didn't make his initial base body, base, and hair. But I've edited the ever-loving poop out of it, and I made all of his clothes. I'm very proud of it.
I love that you have a D20.
Yeah.
I had a serious mental meltdown when I saw it.
You thought I
don't know
was.
why.
They're two very different looking characters, but they have very similar voices.
I don't think it was the voice that initially got
You
me.
didn't even talk to Calliope. You just saw Calliope last time too.
Yeah, I saw Calliope, but I heard, they said his name.
Did they?
That I came in so fucking late.
Yeah, after he walked off.
Oh, I don't know. He was wandering. He was wandering.
That's Calliope. He's very shy.
He's having a rough time right now.
I saw you. Maybe it was the hair thing.
I don't know what this is. This was cool. I wish I could have met them, but Patty was upsetting tonight, so.
It's my book boy. I wish my book model was less intensive.
The Pathfinders.
Ah! Okay, got you. Okay. You guys take care.
Have a good night.
Let me get a battery back.
No, actually, that's the thing I'll ask. It was about tail muscle training.
Tail muscle training.
Tail muscle training.
Cord is also trying to teach Patty. Cord is very swiftly becoming her mother and just teaching people things. It's great.
Why the fuck
It's all
not?
come full circle.
Be the teacher. Yes, good. Hello.
Hi, Goldie.
What is it?
Change that.
What?
I was looking for voice mod to turn it
Oh,
on.
there we go.
There you go.
Does he have to have anything? Literally just say idle on it and have like.
He was hidden behind like 5 different files.
Yeah.
She lives in like she's not in her armor. She's probably just in her like yoga pants, basically.
Since lobbying is over, is it okay if I switch to my model that has the book, even though it's a little more intensive, because I want to show it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuckers!
Cards are down, so.
I want to show my book.
Yeah, assuming cards are down. Otherwise, I'd get in trouble right now.
My streams are at least tagged 18 plus.
There's a few more people inside. They're on their way out right now. It's just Curry, such.
Alright, so...
Give me the book.
Get him out.
My friend set up
Where's it?
if that succeeds, I'll end up giving
Menu.
you like 2 more ingredients that you'll need to pick up.
I think I have to unhide it. Where the book? Get the book out. There's the book. Book!
We can do it.
Yeah!
book. It'd be very fun. It'd be very
Give me your book.
We already have 2 different
Oh,
ingredients.
the book.
And I'll give you that, and then I'm gonna switch over to VR.
Tried to make it very fancy.
Whether you succeed or fail on doing these.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It's really pretty in the in dark settings. And I made one of his cantrips. I don't know if I put it on this version. No, I didn't. I had to put it on the other one.
Butterfly.
Oh, you can see them? Oh, so I did put it on this one.
Butterflies for a moment.
Oh, there they are!
I do see some butterflies. Yeah, there they go.
Couldn't see them at first.
Butterfly.
They're supposed to be dancing lights.
Oh.
But I like the perception of dancing lights where it's where you shape them into a shape.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. I just use a light spell and have my little sprites and my loot light up.
I like them because they're little pretty butterflies.
Oh my god.
And I keep using
It's always good to have little buddies as your lights.
Also, seeing as it is time, we're gonna end stream. Who do you want to raid? Who y'all want to raid? We can't raid Cyberpunk. Sorry, I'm kidding. Tachi or Double Goose. Let's raid Double Goose. Yeah. Let's get Double Goose. I never get to raid him. Oh, he just ended? Damn. Okay. We will get Sachi then. Casey? Casey streaming? Yes. Get Casey. Get Casey now. Let's go. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye.